What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and boy, do I have some news for you. So I'm sure you've seen it, of course. Wait around for a week now, waiting for this news, have it all prepared, try to get it ready. And of course, I'm having a nice little late night snack with the lady, having a nice alone time with her, and boom, they hit us with this barn burner. So, the Detroit Lions are getting themselves safety Gardner Johnson. And, okay, so 1 year deal, $8 million. I see the chaos. Oh, my God, why couldn't the Eagles pay him $8 million? Well, the fact of the matter is you pay him that 1 year deal for $8 million. What have we been talking about, ladies and gentlemen? That is going to be your cap hit. You don't want to do that. You want to give him that multi-year deal. Remember, this is what we talk about. We prorate that money. We spread out those cap hits. That's how we were going to be able to bring back Gardner Johnson while bringing back Darius Slay and James Bradberry. But that was the only way we were bringing him back. And, well, I guess he and his agent didn't want a long-term deal and would rather go play for the Detroit Lions for a 1 year, $8 million deal. Wow. Did you miss the mark on that one? And hey, another year to go prove it and try to get yourself a long-term deal. Best of luck to you. But wow. Really was hopeful that Howie would get the deal done, and Howie tried. And I'm not here to, I know, I'm sure a lot of people, damn you, Howie, you could have paid $8 million. The fact of the matter is we've got a lot of money to allocate in other places. We've got Jalen Hurts extension coming up. We've got rookies to pay. We talk about all these things. And one of the things that had to be done was he had to sign a multi-year deal. And, well, he did not do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is now a Detroit Lion. So the Eagles are going to be looking for sure. And, yeah, man, his agent definitely missed the mark on that one. Yeah, he's going to have to do this same song and dance next damn offseason. And that pisses me off for him because he really is talented. And I thought they could get the deal done, and they didn't, man. So that sucks. But, yeah, we got two studs in the corners, but he's the younger guy that's got a bright future. So I was hopeful we get a long-term deal. But best of luck to him, and we're going to have to figure it out. We'll take a look here in a second. And TJ, yes, both of our linebackers are going too. So, hey, look, if Byard is available, we will definitely look at him. We talked about all those guys. Go check out the best remaining free agents. I'll post that down in the comments here. All of the defensive guys that are left, and there are some damn good safeties that are available. Taylor Rapp, let's go. Ryan Neal. I talked about a lot of them. And if Kevin Byard's available, go ahead, Howie. So see what you can do there. But look, he didn't want to sign this deal. It is what it is. So, hey, we'll see what happens here. What is going on, my man? And, yeah, rough one. Rough. But appreciate you tuning in. Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's ask go. Yeah, man, it is what it is. We got more money to spend now. So, best of luck to him. So, yeah, I hate that we couldn't get it done either. But as I said before, I do not think that it's something we can't handle, right? I would love to have him back, but it's going to be costly in a year where we're spending a lot of money in other places. So, hey, man, it's a business, and a lot of people, seem to miss that. So we'll take a look here at our safeties in a second. It sounds like things are going bad there, so we'll hope that he gets released. But let's go. And I don't know why he wouldn't take a deal. I guess they thought that he earned more than what they were offering, and it is what it is, man. So, and look, I'm sure Lions fans are excited, and I'm happy for you. You guys got a stud here. He's going to have to test the market again next year. Hopefully he doesn't pull a fast one on you guys, but you got yourselves a damn good player. And it sucks that he and his agent couldn't get a deal worked out with the Eagles. But yes, John Johnson is on that list. I kept Amos off. I'm good. He was horrible in coverage last year, but we'll take a look at what the Eagles have going on in their room right here. So Reed Blankenship, this is the only picture with his helmet off that I could find that wasn't blurry. But of course, the Eagles have like this nice little went to Knoebels and got the Cowboys and Indians picture, whatever. So you've got Marquise Blair, Reed Blankenship, Andre Sacheret, Tristan McCollum, and Kayvon Wallace. You guys know I love Andre Sacheret as that depth piece that can help as nickel corner, safety, special teams stud. But you're looking for starters, Reed Blankenship, Kayvon Wallace, okay. Marquise Blair is going to compete. Tristan McCollum will be in there. And we talked about his twin brother before the draft, and I think that the kid's a freakish athlete. His size is great. So, hey, maybe we can find something in him. But, hey, CJ and Epps are gone now. We talked about that being a possibility, losing both safeties, both linebackers. You don't want to do that after making it to the Super Bowl, but we knew it was possible, locking up those best players that we've did bring back. So we'll take a look at that here in a sec. But you see this safety room. And again, I will stress over and over again, go check out that defensive show where I stress it over and over again. Go ahead and sign a guy in free agency, bring in a Taylor Rapp, and then go ahead and draft somebody too. So that's where my mindset is. But not going to lose my mind. Let's take a look at what the Eagles have lost. I mentioned both linebackers, both safeties, and defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. You see on the offensive side of the ball, Dillard, Minshew, Sanders, and Sayamalu going to the Steelers last night. So you've lost, a good amount of starters. But the only thing that would, I guess I'd say, surprised me was the fact that you let both safeties and both linebackers. So I thought it was a possibility for one of those positions, but other than that, we talked about these guys all expendable. We've drafted, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams for these reasons. And I think, Kenny Gainwell, Trey Sermon, now Rashad Penny are going to get a chance. So you see the players we did add and bring back. On offense, you brought back Kelsey, Scott, Toth. You added Mariota and Penny. On defense, you brought back Bradbury, Cox, and Graham. Greedy Williams was out of the room. And then, of course, we talked about this offseason, giving an extension to Darius Slay. That ended up happening. So, look, we cleared up that money there. We got the things done that we talked about. And, look, it is what it is. It's a business, and it does suck to lose those guys. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Now, let's look at who is remaining out there. Tyree Jackson, exclusive rights. I imagine he'll get tendered. See what he's got in summer. Doubt he makes the team, though. Got some talented guys at tight end. But regardless, Zach Pascal, Brett Kern on special teams, Limbell Joseph, Quinn, and Sue. So I don't know that any of those guys really make the roster next year, so I don't know that we bring any of them back. But I think we're good there. We have to go give Jalen Hurts his extension. And I think that, we're going to add more free agents. And then we've got the draft coming. So this roster is going to be filled out. Now that we finally have a damn answer here, I'm going to be making up that depth chart I talked about with all the players we have. So it's going to be jack full because I'm going to have to eventually fit 90 people in there. So we're going to look at the offense, defense, special teams, everything. I'll have you up to date with every position, who we've got where, and then I'll do that position by position breakdown where you guys get to see who we lost, who we still have under contract. Like you just saw with the safety room here, I did that for every position, and I'll do that again for you so you know that who is here this summer. And as we add guys through free agency and everything else, I will continue to keep you up to date with that. But no fear here, baby. CJ, loved you, dude. Loved your game. I was hopeful a long-term deal would get done, but I don't care. I'll be honest with you. Go watch that damn show with the safeties there. That is one position where there is a plethora of safeties. That there is really some good players there. Ryan Neal, familiarity with, Sean Desai here. I'm excited about this, and I think that other people will get on board once we add more pieces. Clearly, right now, it's shock and awe because CJ Gardner Johnson's really talented, but it's an unfortunate part of the business, and we'll get by here, ladies and gentlemen. Next man up. Let me check out some of these comments here. The Eagles haven't drafted a safety guy since Dawkins. Yeah, hey, look, I'm not under the impression that just because they don't do something, every year is different, so we'll hope that they add where they need to add, which I do believe they will. Safety market wasn't paying worse this year, it seemed. Hey, look, he was asking for more than we were going to give him. That is what it is. So we'll see. But yes, Manny, that was a great point there. Aaron Glenn, big fan of his growing up. That's funny to see him coaching now. I'm an old man. But look, damn it, CJ Gardner Johnson. He was over there with the Saints. And look, Dan Campbell bringing his guys with him. So let's go. Howie will have a plan. Yes, he will, Chris. That is correct. So we've already talked about that plan in place. You saw the guys. Kayvon definitely developed he looked great at the end of the year. And I think that, you're going to have to add to the room, though. Those are depth pieces. So we'll see what Blankenship can continue to do this offseason. But I think you definitely got to add a free agent and somebody in the draft. CJ, Edwards, Hargrave. We talked about it, man. And we talked about all the pieces we already added to fill in for that. So I'm not worried about it. I think the Eagles, we've got a lot of talent here, and we're going to have a lot more. It's far from over here. We needed to know what was going on here before we could really move forward with a lot of our plans. So we'll be off to the races. Now, I'm not saying lose your minds when we don't sign 30 guys a day, because that's how it seems to be out there. But it's funny. we'll be wheeling and dealing here. Heard Jody Mack say Ertz walked out of a meeting. CJ was being a clown. And, that's one of those things, they talked about the Saints were happy to get rid of him. Sounds like, he was giving Howie issues with, and his agent, whatever, I'm not here to speak on someone's character because I don't know him, man. I don't want to trash him. But look, if he was immature and things weren't going well and they were just like, hey, it is what it is, then it is what it is, So disappointed indeed. And look, I'm just glad it's over. And of course, I was like eating at the time. I'm like, you got me. So I'm like trying to get it together. I'm like, damn it, man, I can't even enjoy some damn time. So, but I'm glad it's over. Me too. I don't want to have to worry about it anymore. Now we can move along and talk about what this roster is going to look like, where we can add all that stuff. And then don't you worry your little asses. Draft content. It's coming, baby. And I'm getting it all started. And it makes me want to lose my mind already because I've been doing so much with free agency. It's all nuts. But Liz, I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Hope your weekend went well. Hope you had a fantastic St. Patrick's Day. I know when I was younger, I used to get pretty effing wild. So let's go. Let's end this weekend right with some positive thoughts because the Eagles will figure it out. Howie Roseman is in charge here, and I think people seem to forget that. He didn't get the long-term deal done that we needed to happen for him to be on this team. So that's why he's not here. G Fish, appreciate the hell out of you. And if any of you are getting anything from this, I can't talk tonight. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. Appreciate you, G Fish. You guys can always subscribe down below. You guys are truly awesome. Appreciate all you guys with the signing up for memberships. You guys, I really can't thank you enough. Running back committee is okay. Look, I think what we'll do here is add more to there as well. You have free agents available. You have guys in this draft that I would really like to add. So this roster does not have to be this right here. We are allowed to continue going. The media is losing their mind. The Eagles lost everyone. It's like, all right, dude. But you see here, we talked about Byard, and, he's a perfect fit, just like we talked about the other day. So bring him on in. If that's the case, Titans don't want to pay him. We'll give him a long-term deal, and I'll explain to you exactly like I did last week and the week before that with CJ and all that. Long-term deal has to, because you need to prorate those cap hits. You got to spread them out because Howie's a madman. And yes, we need those dummy years a lot of time to get these deals done. You can't just have every awesome player, but the way he's able to do it is the way I always explain it in the detail. If you need me to explain it, please, you can always reach out. You can comment. I'll happily do that. But I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse here when I explain it, but that is why the deal is not done. No long-term deal. So is what it is. But hey, I'll take Byard. I'll take Rapp. I'll take a lot of guys that I talked about. Seriously, go check out remaining free agents. There's a lot of safeties. Usually the fourth option always seemed to work out for the Eagles. Look, I think that, we missed 5 games, and I think that he was one of the best safeties regardless. But he was a little ahead of himself with what he was hoping to command there in free agency. And now he's gone. I was known for going out in the draft. And yes, man, I think we'll continue to, get this roster better through the draft and free agency. We will not be going into the season with what we have right now. So I'm not worried about it. We just needed to know what was going on with him before we go sign other safeties. So now we will look at other safeties. But what about strengthening your strength? Draft Bijan. No, I'm probably good on taking a running back unless he falls at 30. Yeah, I think, positional value you have to look at with these guys. We're not going to be using a first round pick on running back. And I talked about trading out of the first round with that 30th pick. Maybe you just move back to 34, 32 even, because now that is technically the second round. But you don't have to, have that 5th year option for someone. You don't have to pay them first round money. It's different. So we talk about, money all the time because it really does matter. And, his agent should definitely be fired because, look, it is. We know how the money works. It is what it is. Lost Kansas City didn't have a top defense. So what did I tell you? Look, yeah, our offense, we're just only going to get better. And that's why we added Rashad Penny. Really excited about that. John Johnson's out there. Yeah, man. Look, we talked about him the other day and just a minute ago. But yes, indeed, just saw this. Eagles need to get. And like we just said, yes, Kevin Byard. Yo, hope you're doing well, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. And that's all we got to do. Got to trust in Howie, man, because look, it's free agency. These things happen. And we had 20 free agents going into this. So we don't need to lose our minds here. It sucks that he's gone, but it is what it is. Wasn't exactly the type of character. Yeah. And that's what we talk about, some off the field stuff, maybe not fitting in the locker room. But again, I'm not here to, knock him, but we'll clearly be just fine without him, just like we were last year. That's why we were clearly in the Super Bowl. But it is what it is. And you'll see the casuals, you'll see the media, getting offended and losing their minds. But that's when they're afraid of the Eagles, because you have to realize, the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. And without Waterworld in that Kansas City game, we clearly would have won it, but we'll be just fine. And that it's good, because we like having that underdog mentality. I like when we don't have these people riding the bandwagon. It's just, go away, please. Let us do our thing. They all don't know how cap even works. It's funny. But Jalen Mills, he is, but did not have him on my top list. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys like him. I'm a fan of him 5 years ago when he helped us win a Super Bowl. But at this point, we need more starter material and less depth. But hey, maybe if he takes a super, super cheap deal. But yeah, I'm cool on it too. Nice. We got somebody that I was just talking about. See, what's that we smell, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. Fear. Love it. We appreciate you, and we always do here at All on the Road to Victory. We thank the other fans for wasting their time and coming to give it to the Eagles, because you have to understand, having that kind of power over you guys, that's awesome. We as Eagles fans appreciate that, because we know we are truly the best fan base. And watching, like, we would never watch other content creators or, other teams. Like, that's really weird. But you guys, your obsession with the Eagles, that helps us sleep at night, knowing that we have that kind of grip on you. And I appreciate you taking the time, helping me get paid tonight, my man, Chino Bambino. But you're going to have to learn how the cap works and how things work before you understand that the Super Bowl, unfortunately, losing team will be back in that Super Bowl again this year. So don't worry about it. And that's right, my man. We're all we got. We're all we need. No one likes us, and we don't care, right? I don't think that people really understand going into this offseason, when we talked about this, how much, if this happens, we don't care, right? We knew everyone's going to lose their mind and, this, that, the other thing. And it's like, dude, that's good. We control you. Good. Yes. And exactly, man. So I'm all about it, dude. And obviously I like busting balls. I mean, especially when they come to my channel trying to, look, man, bring your weirdo energy. I'm going to just return it. But it's just, to me, the Eagles knew this was a possibility. So again, go check out that video about the defensive players that are remaining. And I put an emphasis on safeties because, well, we might lose Gardner Johnson. Go check that out. I was very hopeful that he would come back, ladies and gentlemen. I really was, but he didn't. So there's nothing we can do about it. And, we just have to hope that Howie's going to do exactly what I talk about in that video. And that's adding one of those top safeties that's out there that is a true safety. And Taylor Rapp, to me, is the perfect fit. And I know Kevin Byard, yeah, he'd be great. But again, this guy all around safety, I think, dude, if Byard isn't released, then you already have a guy that's right there. And in this draft, it's loaded. And like I said, baby, we're going to go through all of it, just like we do every year, position by position. And safety is going to be a big one this year. And clearly a lot of other positions. We're going to talk about running backs, wide receivers, tight end. Well, we'll talk about every damn position, but an emphasis on the most important, of course. Bird Gang, indeed. Let's go. Yo, Detroit definitely, they've added some, and look, Detroit wasn't even a joke last year. And, we talked about, when that game was close at the beginning of the year and everybody, they only beat the Lions. And I explained, look, man, I was watching that Hard Knocks, and I'm a big fan of Dan Campbell because it's crazy to me. I grew up watching him at tight end. Now he's a head coach, but love his passion. And I love what he's doing with those guys. And it was just fun to watch, especially with Jared Goff at quarterback. But look, they got a big draft in front of them, and adding someone like CJ Gardner Johnson, that's huge. And they're having a good free agency. So I think that, it's a great move for them. And it is what it is for the Eagles, though. And, $10 million a year, that is not it, because we had to give him, we would never give him $10 million a year 1 year, but maybe $10 million over 20. Oh, I'm going to punch him in the face, because if you think about it, he wanted probably like 20-ish to 15 when you're looking at the top safeties, right? I'm trying to think it was like the top is 19, and then Bates is like fourth with 16. So if he wanted like 15, something like that, that's nuts. If you offered him 10, like you're saying here, oh my God, a 3-year deal with some dummy years added on, that way the cap hits low the first year. I don't know how you don't take that, but we'll find out in the end. But again, it's because we couldn't get a long-term deal done with him. So, hey, it is what it is. Would give us the most experience. Yo, that be what's up. Either he or Rapp, I'm down with, man. And I talked about Ryan Neal as well. I think he would be a great fit. Desai knows him. So if you see one of those names pop up, do not be surprised and get excited, because I think they would be perfect. and I'm not worried about it at all. And Rap indeed, man. And talked about him. I wish I still had those graphics, but I think I took them out. Sorry about that. But had all those safeties. Of course, I took them out for the shows I was doing. But look, go check it out. I'd appreciate hearing your thoughts on it. Tell me who you guys think you would like to have at safety. You can do it on here, on the other show, whatever. But I'll put all of those shows in these comments here. But CJ Gardner Johnson going to Detroit. Yeah, no doubt. I love Green Goblin, but I loved him too years back, and hoping he has a great rest of his career. Eagles fans, only realistic that kept it a buck about the Lions. Yeah, man. And dude, they were talented. And with Jameson Williams going to be completely healthy, it's going to be very intriguing for them. So best of luck to him. Best of luck to CJ. But if you make it to the playoffs, there's someone you're going to have to go through to, and that's Jalen Hurts and crew, baby. Let's go. So I'm all about it. Look, I've talked about trading back from 10, trading up from 10, trading back from 30. I think we'd trade back from 30 most likely. But at 10, someone falls, hell yeah. But if not, you could definitely trade back because we have 2 picks and we could definitely be looking to acquire more. We talk about only having 6 picks this year. We're going to add 4 compensatory picks next year, a third, 2 fifths, and a 6, it looks like. So, yeah, that's 12 picks next year, 8 the next year, and let's go. So I'm pretty excited, man, and we're going to be wheeling, dealing, adding talent. Let people start hating now. It's hilarious when people think the season ends right now. It's over for the Eagles. And it's like, all right, dude, I'm sure it is. If the season started today, well, no, it doesn't. So that's unfortunate. But, yeah, they're on the way up for sure. So adding CJ Gardner Johnson definitely will help that cause. Name one quarterback in Tennessee he scored. We are good. Yeah, man, we're fine. We're perfectly fine. Yeah, man, that was my number 1 from that show on linebackers. So go check that out. Every position you're talking about: interior defensive linemen, edge rushers, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties. Every single remaining free agent is in like a little list. So you could see it, but it's all boom, boom, boom. You get the list of all the free agents, and then you get my top, and then there's like 15 targets for defense, 10 on offense. And then I gave you a special teams one, which I was working on and dropping while that news dropped. But then there's top 5 targets there for return guys and everything your heart could desire. Sources say we go offer a 3-year deal, 2 guaranteed. Look, I'm sure, we've definitely offered in D-Gun, hard to say what's what anymore. But look, again, I knew, and I told you, my guy was telling me they offered him a long-term deal. It's up to he and his agent. He thinks he deserves more. So, hey, Howie's not going to break, man. You saw Slay, Bradbury. Like, we're going to get things done. We're going to restructure, extend people that we talked about, and then we're going to move on. If you don't want to re-sign here, man, it is what it is. So, text green, game over. It's Green Day, baby. We bleed green in these parts. Text, go Birds. Draft a young DB. Yeah, let's go. We need a lot of defense. We're going to need some offense. We're going to need to draft some people on the lines. Let's go. Mind control. They're trying their best, but not in these parts, dude. But Drew, they're crazy, man. Some are Greedy Williams moving to safety. Well, look, we talked about he's a great the outside corner. Avonte Maddox, a great nickel cornerback. I know everyone thinks you can just move everyone to safety. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, Chris, but I saw it too. We talked about that yesterday. No, Avonte Maddox is not moving to safety. No, I don't think Greedy Williams is your starting safety, but I think with Sean Desai's system, you can use him as a versatile defensive back that maybe plays a little free safety here and there. He is not ever going to play a strong safety role because, well, he's just not. Needs to toughen up. Send him to the Pro Board. Let's go. But I'm all about Greedy. I'm all about adding versatile defensive backs. Andre Sasha-Ray stepping it up, making the team this year. Let's go, baby. That's what we talk about. So we're going to look for those guys in the draft. We're going to look at them in free agency. We've talked about them already. I think the corner room is stacked. But when you look at safeties, clearly we're going to need to add some guys. So go check that video out. As soon as you're done here, check it out, and you will see there is so many guys on the defense, offense. There are so many guys still available in free agency. See on the line side, this offseason already. They just got significantly better. Yeah, man, they did. And look, you can definitely win that division. You got the Vikes in there, a lot of talent. You've got the Packers, probably going to trade Rodgers there. So the Bears adding with Justin Fields. So that's going to be a very fun division to watch. So we'll see what goes down with those guys, but they definitely improved themselves. But the Eagles, they're just going to clearly have to keep doing what they do every year and filling in where it left off. And Safety is a position where we're lucky to get an undrafted kid in Reed Blankenship stepping it up. We're going to hope that he continues to do so. Kayvon Wallace looked good at the end of the year, but I don't think you trust him as your starting safety. Sorry, Kayvon, but you got to add to the room. Got to do it. Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Exactly, dude. You know what I'm saying. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? So, but it's a good question by Chris, because I hear you. And I know that it's the media people saying it. And it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right, dude. Like, because they do this every year with Avonte. And it's like, bro, why would you take him out? He's doing great as a nickel corner. And, you know, they talked about last year, oh, he's moving. CJ's coming. And it's like, no, dude, CJ is going to play safety. So you go add a safety, draft one, free agent, and yeah, the corners are perfect. We have the best trio in the game. Don't mess with that. Please, for the love of God, 50 cents at the best. I need you to hate that fuels my energy. Yo, let's go. That's right. And look, I'm all about it. So let them keep hating. We'll keep educating around these parts, but keep guys, exactly. And you got to keep Avonte healthy, but that's why you bring in Greedy. You bring in a guy like Sasha Ray that can play both safety and corner. You've got so many different guys that can compete, and clearly they're going to add. And you can't add the best to each position, but that's what the draft is all about, baby. Figuring out which one. Oh, boy. And then, well, we've got some more guys here. We've got a lot of defensive tackles. Maybe we wait. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys are ready for this draft season, because I'm going to be running through effing walls, going through that content. And it's hard for me because we go position by position, and I want to talk about all that other stuff. But it's like we go through quarterback, running back, and I think those ones I won't do live. That way I can just give out the information that you guys need to see, like how I have it tiered. And then I'll break down where, you know, I'll do live with you guys, like where I think the Eagles should be focused. I'll bring the graphics with, and we'll talk about where I have these guys. Like, okay, these are the first round guys. These are the day 2, the day 3, all that stuff. So we'll talk about that, and I cannot wait. So look, man, we'll be just fine. I promise you, Eagles fans. And look, again, I'm going to put that stuff together for you. You are correct here. I agree with you. I think that this defense, we knew was going to have to add pieces in this draft and free agency, and that's what we're about to do. So now that we have money, we know what we're doing with CJ. Let's move on, because this has been ridiculous waiting for this effing news to just drop. So God help us all. Going to be playing behind the worst corners and worst line. Look, they're going to add to that team too, and I think the Lions are going to continue to improve, man. But best of luck to them, and no knock on the Lions. Look, I'm pissed, but it is what it is, baby. We're still the Birds, and we're going to be just fine, I can assure you. Give me some Taylor Rapp. Give me some Kevin Byard, baby. Come on home to Philly. Let's go, Birds. Let them keep hating, baby. We're going to keep educating. Lions are coming, yes. Sure they are, but they won't be coming for the Eagles. We're going to the Super Bowl again, and this move does not affect that. Now, it would have been great. It would have helped us get there further and sooner, but it is what it is, right? I think that at the end of the day, look, let's take a gander one last time. Oh, we got another one. Living rent-free, and this is how you know the Eagles are going back to the Super Bowl, like we said. If they're more afraid that we've lost players than we are, we control them. Big high five to all the Eagles fans out there. We appreciate you taking the time, helping an Eagles fan get paid. I do apologize that the Cowboys don't have anything worthy of your time watching. I don't blame you either. I wouldn't be watching anything Cowboys if I were you. That, my friend, is something we can agree on. So, Cowboys suck. Go Birds! You know it. So, look, I think that we all know Jeremy Chin. Oh, we all know that Howie is always wheeling and dealing. So do not think that there is not, obviously these Cowboys fans, they're a little slower in the thinking department. So they think the season starts tomorrow. Well, unfortunately, they don't know what the draft is, and free agency just started this week. So they think this is how it goes. They're excited Super Bowl bust because they got Brandon Cooks at 39 years old. That's great. But hey, living rent-free, that's a great sign. We say it. What do we say, ladies and gentlemen? What's that smell? Fear. So thank you for letting us have that. Appreciate you, man. As long as we have Slay, exactly. We'll be just fine. We're going to add to the room. Let's go. You see Drew dropping it in the chat. That's right. Flood it with that positivity. Let them know it's Go Birds in these parts. But hey, I got to give them mad props for wasting their time to help me get paid. That's sad, but it's pretty cool, man. So, hey, us Eagles fans that are educated in these parts, we knew this was possible. Look, we wanted him to come back. Yes, we did. But unfortunately, this is a business. So let's take a look one last time at the players that were lost for anybody that missed it. here is on the offensive. Oh, guess I'm showing you the added. How did I get mixed? Oh my God, I'm showing you the old one. That's why I'm like, I didn't mix these up. So anyway, here's who we lost first. Let's do that. Okay. Son of a bitch. But Andre Tillard, Gardner Minshew, Miles Sanders, and Isaac Seumalo last night to the Steelers. Defensive side of the ball, you lose Edwards and White, and then both safeties in Epps and CJ Gardner Johnson. Clearly, Hargrave getting that massive, massive paycheck. Good for him, but we weren't going to be paying that. So best of luck to all of those guys that are gone. But again, we talked about the players we did bring back. So Kelsey, Scott, Toth on offense, added Mariota and Penny, bring back Bradbury, Cox, Graham, and then sign Greedy Williams. I'm all about it, man. And I think, looking at the guys we have left, I think we're good there. I really think we're going to go get some out-of-house guys. Give me Taylor Rapp, give me Kevin Byard, and I will be good to go. But let me know how you guys feel. Who would you add to this secondary? How do you feel? Are you losing your mind? Are you Cowboys fans and season's over? It starts tomorrow. Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. I think for me, big blow. Losing a guy like this that you could have locked up for the future. He could have had a career here, for years to come. I think that's a bummer for sure. But I think it's opportunity for someone like a Taylor Rapp, a Kevin Byard to step in, get that long-term deal. And let's keep this train rolling, baby, because we're heading back to the Super Bowl. And we're looking for high character guys that want to be in this system. And I think that we're going to go out and do that. So go check out that video, the top defensive players remaining. I'm going to post that down here in the comments as soon as I get rolling out. But I'm rolling out here. But I'd love to hear any final thoughts you have. If you're watching this later, let me know how you're feeling. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. It all truly helps. I cannot thank you enough for all of the support. Doing my best to keep you up to date with all of this insanity. I'll show you this safety room one last time before I get heading out here. You see Blair, Blankenship, Sasha, Ray, McCollum, and Wallace are all we've got right now with Epps and Gardner Johnson leaving. So definitely going to be looking in free agency and the draft, looking to upgrade there. And look, you've got some talented guys there. So do not fear, ladies and gentlemen. Howie Roseman is here. So let's go. It is Howie season. But I appreciate each and every one of you, even the Cowboys fans, all of the fans that don't have a team that they like watching their content. Look, we as Eagles fans understand. I'm going to be real with you. If I were a Cowboys fan or a fan of whatever team you were, I wouldn't watch that content either. I would probably wish I were an Eagles fan if I were you too. So we got to give a big round of applause to them and a thank you for taking your time, giving it to us, letting us know that, oh yeah, that smell, it is fear. And thank you, because yeah, we're a little bummed out, but seeing you guys more worked up about it than us, that is a great sign for us. So appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing. I will be back tomorrow breaking down this team, what it looks like from every position, all of that great stuff. But love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Appreciate you all tuning in here live tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great rest of your weekend, a great night. Stay safe, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!